No one needs to tell you that the job of the CIO is one of America's most stressful roles. As each year winds down, you reflect on how you've had such great plans to move the needle strategically. Yet your organization ended up barely keeping the lights on. In fact, it's hard to lobby for added dollars when you just continue to tread water. Why does this happen? Because each year the CIO is trapped by a classic dilemma. There are two very different sets of expectations of the CIO. On the one side of the coin is the demand to help drive revenue and profit by using technology strategically through partnering closely with the business units. On the other side of the coin is where 70% of your money and focus goes each year: the operational activities and managed services to support current needs of the business. This CIO dilemma has existed since the first PC was deployed or the first network was constructed. It plays out something like this every year. This research firm appeals to your strategic side by telling you that in order to be the best in class and drive profits with efficiency and technology, you need to focus on the new technology trends. However, the majority of your responsibilities remain operational support of tasks and projects like these. The list goes on and on. That's why it's 70% of your time and money, yet it's a barrier that prevents you from spending time on the other side of the coin. To accomplish this, you reach out to the CFO to ask for more full-time employees, and you get less than you need, or a resounding, no, there's no budget for that. To add to the stress, your CEO just finished reading an article about how CIOs should be strategic and less tactical if the firm is going to truly use technology as a competitive advantage. Of course, you agree, but you're burdened by the CIO dilemma and face another frustrating year of spinning plates as you realize the result is not a pretty picture, nor a pretty bonus check. But don't worry, there is a path toward ending this cycle of insanity. Finally, a company has created a professional management solution to handle all of the distractions that occur within your communications infrastructure. For just a moment, remember that list that bogs you down and prevents the strategic side from excelling? Imagine if a single company could professionally manage all of the operational and managed services tasks of your entire communications infrastructure layer with lower costs, better technology, and better support so that you and your staff don't have to. Adopting turnkey telecom management from Renotis has helped numerous CIOs change this story. With the end-to-end lifecycle of communications managed for you and your team, you can now spend time at those conferences and truly understand how to leverage new trends. This allows you to have a happy IT staff, because now they can focus on completing strategic projects and tasks that lead to greater partnering with the business units. Instead of dreading the CFO discussion regarding FTE requests, you can now proactively share that you do not need any additional headcount to support communications growth, complexity, and management. With the CIO dilemma solved, you and your staff can now focus on the strategic side of the CIO coin. The result is the CEO pats you on the back and hands you a big bonus check for the most successful year ever for IT. A year from now, you're relaxing on the beach, enjoying your success, and never having to worry about communications again. That is happiness. Let's start painting this picture today. With Renotis, you truly can break the cycle of frustration and become a more strategic firm while enjoying the best practices of their game-changing solution. Call us to start the journey towards happiness and away from insanity.